All right, so there's been a big update to yesterday's story about the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks in the lawsuit that Nintendo just filed against Genki. Things are getting even more interesting. Now, if you didn't catch the last video, here's the too long didn't read. Nintendo is going after Genki, which is a third-party accessory maker, because they showed off what they claimed were Nintendo Switch 2 accessories at CES 2025, and they weren't exactly subtle about it either. They were saying things like, yeah, this is based on real info, real mock-ups, even from inside sources. And naturally, Nintendo didn't take too kindly to that, and now a lawsuit's been filed. On top of that, they had a near perfect replica of the Switch 2 at their booth at CES. So here's a tweet from back in January showing it. And you'll see right here, it's almost a near perfect replication. Back in January, before the Switch 2 was revealed, that is actually near perfect. And you can see at their booth, they're advertising accessories. They're showing mock-ups. Looks pretty legit. I mean, that is near perfect replica of the Switch 2. And they were actually showing this off at the event. And again, Nintendo didn't take too kindly to that. In fact, last video we talked about the lawsuit documents actually asking them to no longer, actually not even asking, ordering them to no longer sell Nintendo accessories or Switch 2 accessories after they broke this whole, I guess, leaked specification. Now, if you didn't catch the video, go ahead and check it, because this is a big lawsuit happening here. So Nintendo's always been super aggressive about protecting their IP. Sony and Microsoft might give things a pass or look the other way sometimes, but not Nintendo. Okay? They go full legal ninja mode. Sometimes it's understandable, and other times, like the whole crackdown with emulation, it feels like they're trying to put out an unkillable fire. Like the whole taking emulation out thing, sometimes I'm just like, really? What are you doing here? But Genki has now officially responded to this lawsuit. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at their statement, which was pretty respectful. They said that they're working with legal counsel and that they're proud of their work. They also made it clear that they're still moving forward and plan to showcase their products at PAX East. Wow. The balls on Genki. Nintendo can't be taking that too lightly. I think that's pretty wild, to be completely honest, to be like, hey, we're moving forward, we're making our products, we're going to PAX East. PAX East, guys, is one of the biggest conventions in North America, okay? In fact, Nintendo has had booths themselves at PAX East and several different PAX events. So to have the balls to be like, hey, we're still going, we're still showing our products after getting a legal letter from Nintendo, that's asking for some serious trouble here. I think these people might be seeing bankruptcy, maybe getting shut down, possibly even jail time with some of these people, because who knows how they managed to get these specifications for the Nintendo Switch 2. How accurate were these leaks? Did people actually infiltrate and get access to secret documents? Who knows? All right. And to be honest, I'm kind of torn on the whole thing. On one hand, I get wanting to show resilience and not back down to the man, right? But on the other hand, it might not be the best look considering the timing. Still, it shows that they're taking this serious to an extent. Just, I don't understand the whole logic of openly saying, hey, we're going to PAX East. Now, from my perspective, and I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure Genki acted with bad influence or bad intentions. I think they were just trying to get a hold of the curve as a company. Same as companies like D-Brand. Remember how they showcased early Switch 2 accessories and they played it a little bit smarter. They didn't slap Switch 2 logos all over their stuff and talk so as directly about where their information came from. Genki was a little bit more balls deep on that. And Genki leaned in a bit harder, even joking that they got a bootleg Switch 2 off of a shady marketplace. So, funny, sure, but in court, that joke becomes evidence. That joke becomes testimony. That joke will be looked into during discovery. And that's the difference. Companies like D-Brand and all them, they dance around it. They're not so in. You know, Genki went all in. And again, I get it. Being first out there in the market gets you attention. It builds brand awareness, which is what they want, maybe even loyalty, and people remember the name that was ahead of the game, but that boldness might have cost them. Trying to get clout to an extent. I mean, a whole company signed off on it. I don't know how many people work at Genki, and maybe they figured bad publicity would still be good publicity, that if they get sued by Nintendo, it might do good for them, right? Now, let me talk to you about this. Nintendo doesn't care about your company. If you're a third-party accessory maker, they don't care about you, okay? They don't like to have fun. They don't care if you're excited or if you have well-intention. They essentially saw a threat to their tightly controlled image and marketing rollout. They didn't get to reveal the Switch 2 officially as a surprise because you had essentially Genki spoiling it. Even though they said it wasn't accurate to what the actual product was, we all knew, which is why they acted fast and hard. So the timing's also ironic because CES 2025 didn't exactly wow people. It's a smaller event. It's not as big as like a PAX. Most folks barely remember what was shown there except for this Switch 2 replica. So Genki Switch 2 accessory reveal was probably the most talked thing at CES. I name one announcement that happened from CES 2025 that wasn't this replica. Actually, answer that. It was the Switch 2 replica that Genki showed, hands down. But hype and all that doesn't protect you in court, to be honest. And Nintendo will bleed you dry if you don't settle. Just ask that Bowser guy that was running that Liquid Blizzard Gecko, whatever heck that emulation piracy group was, right? Unless they settle. So Genki's going to have to settle. Unless they got a legal ace up their sleeve, I don't see this ending well for them. And I hope it does. I genuinely wish Genki the best, but I'm not going to be holding my breath. All right, so I want to know, guys, what do you think? Did Genki get in over their head, or do you think they got a shot in this lawsuit? To be honest, I don't think they do. But go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments down below, because this is a developing case. We're going to try to stay up to date with this lawsuit and see what happens next. I think it's going to be a while before we start to really see something shut down here, but it's going to be interesting. It's always interesting to see stuff that affects the gaming industry through like courts and all that, because Nintendo's demanding a jury. This is going to get ugly, guys. Anyways, if you're new here, guys, make sure to hit that subscription button. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We just hit 94K. I would love for you guys to join the AP Nation. Like the video, ring that bell for all that, and I'll be keeping an eye on this and updating you as we learn more. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Later.